All right, everybody, as I told you, I'd do a conclusion transition video for you. Here you go. This should help you put together your first article of the month essay and be in good shape. Thank you, ladies. All right, first let's talk about transitions and where they go and what they should do. You can see, and again, I've talked to you about not doing necessarily a 5-paragraph essay, that you can have some freedom with that. So, but here's where the transitions go and how they should look. First, a sentence. So I'd want them at the start of the paragraph, not tagged onto the back end of the previous paragraph. So the start of future paragraphs is where the transition should go. Okay, so like if you had a typical 5-paragraph essay, it'd be the first sentence of the second body paragraph and the first sentence of the third body paragraph is where they would go. The first body paragraph would be after the thesis and wouldn't really need a transition. Again, you do not need to write a typical 5-paragraph essay for this response. All right, let's see what kind. There we go. Transition options. First one, full mention of both topics. I feel like it's a little bit 8th grade, 9th grade-ish, but it works, and it works really well, and I think it's solid to do this. Just name the previous paragraph, the physical health effects of vaping, so that's what the previous one was about, and then name the next one, mental health. So I think that's fine. You can do that. Names both body paragraphs, and takes us from one to the other, and I think that's fine. Second option is repeating a keyword. I think this is a little bit sneakier, and you take a keyword or an idea to provide flow, and you use it. So you've used it in the last sentence of the previous body paragraph, and then you use that word or that idea again in the first sentence of the next body paragraph, and that provides some sneaky flow as opposed to the option one, which is really just a flat-out transition sentence. Third option is to use a transition word. So here's a bunch of transition words for you. All of these would work, and I think these are, and I do think you should use a variety of transitions options, but this is a quick way to go from one topic to another without really doing a long sentence or really even using a keyword repetition, just using one of these transition words. Okay, and then in terms of the conclusion, really quickly, I just put down summarizing sentences. We should start with thesis restated. Kind of, again, these are not your typical 5-paragraph essay necessarily, but a summarizing sentence as to what you believe and why you believe it. Recap key points for a couple sentences, and then a really good hard-hitting last sentence. Could be a summary of everything that you believe and et cetera, but I do think it's nice if you take me a little bit further, but some kind of hard-hitting last sentence that really wraps up your essay. So there you go. Transitions, conclusions. Everyone knows that the paper's been moved. The due date is now Monday, and it needs to be printed. Need to also bring in your article, highlighted, annotated, and we'll staple those together, and I'll collect those in our first full day together on Monday. We'll see you soon. Have a great night.